St. Kitts and Nevis signed on to the Samoa Agreement at the Brussels office of the Organization of African, Caribbean and Pacific States that will guide funding and technical assistance relations with the European Union. But there have been reports in the media that the wording in some sections, especially sections dealing with human rights, can be a loophole for the European Union to press African, Caribbean and Pacific countries to legislatively adopt certain laws such as the permitting of same-sex marriages. It must be noted that the negotiations leading to the approval of the Samoa Agreement was done over many years. At the first February press conference of the People's Labour Party, SK Newsline sought the PLP's opinion on this matter, responded to by Wendy Phipps, the former Minister of International Trade.
We have to be careful that when we sign on to these agreements, we are at the same time not cutting off our noses to spite our faces, because some countries might be so desperate for the assistance that you figure, well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But for the record, I am not aware that any of the arrangements that I would have been party to in terms of negotiations would have included provisions for same-sex marriages. What I will say, however, is that in our reviews in terms of the human periodic review, the human development review in terms of human rights, when it comes to the UN, especially out of the office in Geneva, there would have been certain issues that we still have on our books. Well, there was a landmark case recently, so I know one would have been adjusted in terms of issues such as the laws relating to buggery and other things like that, which is basically a man having sex with another man. I know these are things that we had on our books up until quite recently, when there have been cases, landmark cases, that now challenge those things that are in our laws, which we have to bring up to speed. Other things include arrangements to abolish the death penalty. These two might be in some of these international agreements, especially when it comes to the jurisdiction's human rights record. So it's something for us, for all of us, not just political parties, but citizens in general, to be very vigilant about.
St. Kitts and Nevis signed on to the Samoa Agreement on 22nd November 2023. The agreement provides a framework for a new 20-year relationship between the European Union and 79 African, Caribbean and Pacific member states that include 47 African, 16 Caribbean and 15 Pacific countries and the Republic of the Maldives. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.